Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my entire budgeting system, including how I prepare for taxes, how I save some extra cash, and how you can also get your finances in check in a very simple way. Before we get started, I'd love it if you click that subscribe button, turned on the notifications so you never miss a video, and followed along on my social media. Both accounts have awesome tips and tricks, healthy wellness advice, and just all about how to be your best self. You guys know I am so passionate about helping our younger generation set healthy foundational habits for their life, and money management is one of them. So I'm so grateful for Step for partnering with me on this video. This is the mobile banking app to help teens and young adults learn all about money in their own experience and with money management. You can download the app to join the waitlist, which is awesome. Plus, you can invite your friends to start earning money, and you can earn some money by referring friends. If you guys check out the link in my description box and download Step using my code, you will get $1 just for signing up. You will join the waitlist and you guys can share it with your friends to earn more rewards. So we're going to start off with something that I like to call my cash saving system, which is where I put $20 aside every single week from my bank account. And I also use any kind of birthday money, extra cash that I may receive for whatever reason, or anything that I sell online. I will either put that cash immediately into this folder or remove it from my bank account. You can totally save money in your bank accounts. That's a very normal thing to do. But this file system is great because it's just out of sight, out of mind. You can save it for a rainy day. You can put it towards something, or you can just continue to add on every single year. I purchased these envelopes a few years ago from Kiki K. Totally don't need to do that, but it's just helpful because it has the spaces to put down how much you're depositing and then like your totals. So I love this system. This is my third year doing it, and last year I saved $1,500. The next thing is my sinking funds. This is just an accordion envelope from the Martha Stewart collection from Staples, and you can make the tabs for whatever you need to. My personal favorites would be car maintenance, house maintenance, medical. You could do holiday gifts. Anything that is going to be a little bit more expensive and not like a normal fund. I will show you guys how I figure out my budget for all of these categories and how I can contribute to them every single month. So that way the money is always there and it's not like some large sum being taken out of my bank account. The way that I go about doing my budgeting is doing a budget brain dump, and I don't think this is something that people really talk about, but it's a really great way to get your mind around your finances. And I always budget from the lowest possible income that I could make for the month and year. And if you're on a fixed income, this is probably way easier for you, but because my income fluctuates every month, I always try to budget from the lowest possible. That way I'm guaranteed to have enough money and probably have enough money left over. So the first thing that you want to do is pick a number for your monthly income. So for the sake of the video, we're just going to say that the monthly income is $3,000. Now I contribute to a Roth IRA. That is my preferred method of retirement because I don't have normal income from a job that goes towards retirement. So let's just say I want to contribute $6,000 to my Roth IRA. I want to save at least $1,000 with my cash saving systems that we just talked about. And then you can list out how much you need to put aside for your sinking funds. So for the sake of this video, we're going to keep it pretty simple, and it's going to be medical, and then we're going to do car. So that could be car maintenance, getting new tires, getting your oil changed, whatever. And then you could also make that a gas fund if you wanted to, and then travel. Again, these budgets are not realistic, so just keep that in mind. So you're going to add up the total for all of these, and that is going to be the number that you need to put aside. So this is not including your, weekly expenses. This is not including anything else. This is specifically what you are saving. So again, $3,000 per month would be $36,000 a year. So you're going to subtract $9,500 from your total of $36,000. Left over, you have $26,500. Now from here is where we can start to create the monthly budgets. So we're going to figure out our bills and weekly expenses to figure out how much money we have left. So let's just say that you spend $500 per month on like your fixed bill. So that's $6,000 per year. Now you have $20,500 left over for your weekly budgeting. Now, some people budget from zero, meaning that at the end of the month, they want to have a, zero. But I don't particularly do that because I have a business and cash flow is pretty important. So I just always like to have extra. You never know when you're going to need it, but I don't overspend because I have these fixed numbers that I'm going to show with you in a little bit. So for example, I don't need to spend over $1,700 per month, but technically based on this budget, that's what I have if I were to zero out my budget. Then you need to take some time to figure out exactly how much you need to live. So that's your groceries, your gas, paying for things in your house like laundry detergent, toilet paper, all of those necessities. Maybe you have a pet that has to, take a medication, or you have to buy it food. So those are all of those expenses that you need to add up. I also take into consideration going out on dates and having some fun money, whether that is me getting, some new workout shoes or some new makeup. I like to account for that as well. You could definitely make a shopping sinking fund, which is something that I also do. So I'm pretty much just basing this off of the necessities that I have every single week. I then set a realistic budget that allows me to stay within my goals so that way I can still have some money left over. So I just rounded the 480 to 500. You could use that extra $20 to set aside in your cash system, or just kind of filter it maybe into one of these categories. But now, since we have all of the weekly expenses, we can figure out how much we have left for the year. So based upon our budget that we made for this video, I still have over $14,000 left over, which is pretty sweet. So then once I figure all of this out, I can adequately apply it to my budget planner, which is an Erin Condren monthly deluxe notebook. I absolutely love this for budgeting. It worked out so perfect for this year. And I'm going to share with you guys how I go about planning every single month, and also give you guys a year at a glance. I also love that you can customize these notebook covers, which is super fun, and then I can just use them every single year and just buy the notebook. And I also like the accessories you can have with it. This is just the monthly bill tracker, and I like that it's divided into the quarters as well. That's kind of helpful, especially if you're a business. And then on the other side, it's a savings tracker, which I'm currently not using because I have other means of doing that. And then I use the year at a glance to mark off important dates that I need to remember. Like, for example, in January, I had almost $1,000 that I completely forgot was going to be coming out of my business account because it was renewals for my website domain and my LLC. Pretty big deal. Totally should have realized that it was coming out, and luckily I figured it out 2 weeks before, so I was prepared. And then red is to highlight tax day, everybody's favorite day. But I also kind of put in things in here for holidays, birthdays, things like that, which is great. For this little section here, I can kind of list out some non-reoccurring things that I have. So obviously not everybody has a birthday every single month. They have it once a year, so I can plan for that. Holidays, events, travel, anything that's going to be a little bit extra is what I will put in here. So it has nothing to do with this weekly budget at all, but I will show you guys how I account for that in my weekly and monthly spreads. Moving on to the month at a glance. So this notebook is set up with a month at a glance, and then you get a few note pages, which is awesome. So I can do my personal and my business budget in the same notebook. I also use online apps and software as well, but this is just my tangible copy. I like to mark off my paydays in here so I just can see when they were deposited, and then I also have when all of my bills are due. It's just helpful for me to know when things are coming out. They're the same day every month pretty much. And then at the end of the month, I do a budget review. On the right-hand side, I keep track of every income piece that was deposited for the month. Now, this spread got super messy, so we're not even going to go over it because it really didn't work out for me, but I'm going to share with you guys the new one for March. You will have the month at a glance. I just wanted to show you a more clean spread. And then you get two flips. That's how I'm going to call it, two flips of note pages. So one is purple for the month that you're following. And then there's also the back page, which is a page for the next month. So you could technically use that like if you were trying to do like, you know, goals. So for example, look how like you get the colors that match May. So you could have like financial goals for May, or maybe write down things that you know you're going to need to buy in May, whatever you want to do. And then I have all of my stickers here in this post-it folder. I love this thing. But I also decided to just take out the ones that are particular for budgeting and just leave them in the back folder of this planner, because that's the only place I'm using them. So in the back here, I keep all of my stickers from Planner Kate. I love Planner Kate stickers. And then I also keep my receipts back here, which is business and personal. And then at the end of the month, I'm able to go through them, itemize them, do all that stuff, all that super fun stuff. I also have a custom no spend 2019 tracker, which I will have linked down below for you guys. I need to fill it in because I did have some expenses and some things that I kind of spent on that I probably shouldn't have. So I got to fix that. But it's helpful to see that, you know, I'm hopefully not spending too much. Now, I have changed up the system a couple of times, but it works out really well for me to choose the first page of the notes as my weekly budgeting. So I can see how much I'm spending per week. So I just list out each week with the dates and then put my categories in there for spending. Now, for groceries, I allot about $200. And for me, that's like everything from groceries to maybe like the random pack of pads I need to buy or deodorant. And I can pretty much stay within that budget for the most part. And what I do is like $25 to $30 per week. And then one of the weeks is usually a little bit more. So like $125 to stock up on things. That works for me. So I don't actually put the numbers in here until I really like go through my pantry and figure out, okay, which week is going to be the stock up week, because sometimes it's the first week of the month and sometimes it's the last week of the month. So I try not to fill in too much right away because I hate like crossing things out. So, but I know what my budget ranges are for the month, if that makes sense. I also leave a spot at the bottom for writing down anything that I know is going to be extra. So I know I have to get my eyebrows waxed, my hair done, I have a bachelorette party, and my cat has a surgery scheduled. So these are going to be some extra things that I will be spending money on. So those all will go down there. And then at the end of the month, I can tally up how much I spent total. Now, I could do a whole video on budgeting for my business. So if you guys want to see that, I will totally do that. But basically, I just use these pages to track all the spending on my 2 business credit cards. I keep track of what I spend for my clients as well, so that way I can bill them at the end of the month. And then I also keep track of how much I am giving towards my savings accounts and things like that. So I can really just see an overall spread of, okay, how much am I spending? Where's my money going? What's going into savings? And it just helps me feel way more in control of my finances. All right, the next fun little tidbit that I have for you guys is my tax system. So I could also do a totally separate video on this, but basically I print out all of my banking statements for the month, credit card statements for the month. I make sure to itemize everything monthly. I also use different online software for that, because you really should if you're a business, which again, I could do another video on that, but this just helps that way at the end of the year, I'm pretty prepared for taxes. I have everything itemized because I do it every single month. Now for stickers, I love these Planner Kate stickers because she has really beautiful colors. The quality is fantastic and they just work so well with Erin Condren. I also have a couple budget sticker packs from Erin Condren just because they're so darn cute. Look at those. And then my favorite stickers for actually functional budgeting would be the ones with the little checkbox. These are great for checking off deposits that are made. So I can put in the tentative date when they're going to be there and then check it off once it's deposited. I use the transparent dot stickers in the yearly spreads because you can see the dates underneath of them. And I like that they're color coded if you wanted to do that. I also, let's see, I have a bunch of these. Some of them are Erin Condren as well. But I hope you guys liked seeing how I budget every single month. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to leave them down below. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you still have not subscribed and turned on notifications, I'd love for you guys to join the family and follow along on social. Don't forget to check out Step by going to the description box, clicking on my link and downloading the app. You guys can use my code and you will get $1 just for signing up. But as always, I hope you guys are doing well and I will see you in the next video.